Wave 4 DLC is here, and I'm here to cover it. So let's break it down and talk about what information we've got so far. First and foremost, we actually got a release date on the DLC. It seems to be February 12th in American trailers, but February 13th in some of the other ones. I'm assuming this is just time zone differences, but what is consistent is that it releases so close to Valentine's Day. I guess I'm gonna have to cancel my plans and stay at home to play Three Houses instead. Or, if this video gets 2,000 likes, I will create a Tinder account posing as a Fire Emblem Three Houses character and try to get a girl to join me in playing Three Houses DLC on Valentine's Day on stream. You can also leave me a comment below with which character you'd like to see me pose as, and the one with the most likes will be the one I go with. Now, with that out of the way, on to the most important part of the video, discussing the information. Just to make it clear, I'm not going to be discussing the classes themselves in this video since I've already done so in a prior one, so I'll leave a card to it up here at the top of the video if you want to check that out separately. I will, however, be talking about the characters and some analysis for the trailer itself, so let's get right into it. First up is Yuri, and Yuri seems to be the leader of the Ashen Wolves house. We can tell that by looking at the purple badge that he wears on the front side of his outfit that is also shared by the other house leaders. He comes in the Trickster class and has very balanced growths all round with even magic and strength and excellent speed. He seems to be in line with a male Ingrid type of character growths-wise, which can have its uses but is overall not too impressive. He also comes with the crest of Aubin, which sometimes prevents enemy counterattacks when using a weapon. The unique thing about Yuri, however, is that he is the only character from this bunch that has S supports with both Byleth genders. So yeah, anyone who wanted more male S supports, here's your time to celebrate. They're almost equal to the female ones at this point, I think. Yuri also has a rather balanced out support listing, indicating that he is neutral towards all the given houses. Second in line, and what seems to be his second in command, is Balthus. Like with every other faction in the game, he seems to be the Ashen Wolves' brawn. And if his muscle flaunting ain't enough to tell you that, then allow the class he comes in to do so instead. He seems to be in the new War Monk class, which focuses on both brawling and white magic, though his spell list really isn't the greatest for that. His growths are more geared towards HP, strength, and defense, which again makes sense given his physique, and he has the crest of Chevalier, which sometimes restores 30% HP when using a combat art, adding to his tank resume. Balthus, however, seems to have more of an affinity to the Golden Deer house, as indicated by his support list. Though, now that I look at it, he does have a bit of a resemblance to Claude. I wonder if that's going to come into play at all during the story. The third character on our list is this sassy-looking blondie, and her name is Constance. She seems to be the little firecracker of the group, and looking at her spell list, I can see it line up perfectly. She comes packed with powerful magic in both the Faith and Reason departments, and even has the long-range bolting, with the magic growth to back it up. I would say step aside Lysithea, but Constance has slightly lower growths in general, as well as lacks warp. But hey, why not use both? Constance also introduces us to the new Dark Flyer class, which is going to be a big step up in terms of making mages more powerful, let's just put it that way. Constance also seems to have an affinity geared towards the Black Eagles as indicated by her support list, and she has the crest of Noah, which will occasionally not consume a use of black magic. And last but not least, we have Happy, who seems to be the Linhardt counterpart to the group. She looks to have an affinity for supportive roles, sporting both warp and physic on her spell list, but also seems to have some dark magic as well, which is very welcome considering how few units we have that can use dark magic in general. She comes in the new class Valkyrie, which is another mounted mage class, except this time at advanced, and a welcome addition to help funnel mages into those master class variants. Happy also has the crest of Timotheos, which will sometimes spare you a use of faith magic. Her alignment seems to be blue lions based on her support list. And that's it for the characters. I'm pretty content with their designs and do think that they can be pretty cool units on the battlefield, but I'm honestly way more excited to just steal their classes and put them on my other units at this point. Now, let's talk about the Abyss. From what I can gather from the trailer, these people kind of just live in the basement of Garrick Mach, and they never once came out during all of our playthroughs up until this point. Personally, I'm not usually one to complain about plot holes, but this seems too glaring to ignore, so I'm just gonna trust that they'll be worked into the plot intelligently somehow. Right? I hope. Let's talk about one of the more polarizing topics, is this, or is this not, a true ending sort of route where everyone comes together? We clearly see in some of the clips where Edelgard, Claude, and Hilda are together on screen, but we can also see Dimitri and Edelgard on the same map in some of them as well, alongside Hubert. I don't know whether or not this means that we will just be able to use everyone in this side story sort of format, and then get these 4 new recruits at the end, or along the way somehow, or whether this is going to be some sort of full new 4th route where somehow all the lords find common ground. Well, I guess maybe it's not the 4th, probably 5th at this point. Personally, I actually really hope it's not another entirely new route where everyone joins together and defeats the good old evil with the power of friendship. Having moral ambiguity and each lord having their own thought process and path was a good thing for the story, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But we're just gonna have to wait and see at this point. Otherwise, we really don't seem to get too much detail on the Abyss, what the mode is, who these people are, other than they're outcasts of society that live in the sewers. They're called the Ashen Wolves, but seem more like plague rats if you ask me. Nevertheless, I'm super happy that they got full supports, and they look interesting enough, so I'm excited for the DLC in general. I'll probably do another DLC code giveaway close to the release. I guess I'm close to 8,000 subscribers at this point, so maybe if we hit that, I'll do another giveaway or something like that. Anyways, that's all from me for now. I might do another video later to cover my Byleth Super Smash Bros. Thoughts if that's something you're interested in. I don't know, let me know in the comments. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.